Hi everyone and welcome to pregnancy week 23. I'm a little bit late for this vlog. I'm actually 23 weeks and 4 days. So I'm actually not far away from being 24 weeks. So I'm really excited to be 23 weeks. It kind of just seems like, you know, all these videos pop up on YouTube and shows a baby at the size of 23 weeks. And it makes me look at those little babies and go, oh my gosh, that is in me right now. Like, I just can't imagine this tiny little person. I don't imagine a blob. Like, I don't imagine like a little amoeba or anything like that, but you just, you know, it's hard for me to imagine like there is a face and there is fingers and toes and there is actually a little person. Seeing those videos, I only watched like the happy ones, where the baby survived. Yeah, it was just really exciting, and looking at those little babies I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I can't believe how strong those little arms and legs are. Which will bring me on to my next point about the movements. I'm starting to get like the real proper move, not just a boof boof, it's proper movements now, which is really exciting, and they're getting stronger every day, and I'll just sit there and watch, and it's just really amazing. I just feel so blessed to be able to experience this for the third time. It's really exciting, and these are the things that I miss when my pregnancies are over, is those movements from the inside and seeing them like on your tummy on the outside. I keep trying to get them on camera, but just like most babies and most children, they know when the camera is on them. They just know, and they'll stop. So pregnancy symptoms at the moment are that I've got high blood pressure. Well, as far as I know, I still have high blood pressure. I haven't had any symptoms of it, but I am on Noteable, which is a blood pressure drug, and it's the drug that I was on with Roman and Mila Rose's pregnancy, at a lot higher doses though, so I'm on a very low start off dose at the moment. So we're starting low, and hopefully we don't need to increase that dose, but only time will tell. I'm only 23 weeks and all kind of crap hit the fan, and more my third trimester with Mila Rose. Roman, it was kind of in the 20s weeks, but it was probably more towards the, you know, 25, 26, 27, 28 weeks when it all started to go a bit downhill. But I did get preeclampsia with Roman as well, so that made things like everything was just really bad in his pregnancy. So the other pregnancy symptom I have is obviously the vivid dreams. They're still continuing. Last night's dream was that I had twin boys. Yep. And very strange looking twin boys, not alien or anything, they're just not, yeah, no, they were different. It was a really weird dream. Martin was up doing a lot of study last night in bed next to me, so I think I must have, like, every time I heard him type or turn a page or something like that, I must have been slightly waking up and then going back into like not full on sleep, so I must have just been having lots of weird dreams at that point in time. Another symptom is like acne, and it doesn't seem to be on my face. Like I get like the odd pimple, but that on my chest, I wonder if you can see in the camera. Can you see in the camera? Like acne all across here. It's crazy. It's just, I don't think I've ever even had that much acne on my face before at any one time. It's crazy. And the last symptom, which I am putting down to pregnancy and my immune system being real low, is I'm getting my third cold sore. And so I got one cold sore, 2 weeks later I got another cold sore, and that was only 2 weeks ago. So now it's like almost every 2 weeks I'm getting a new cold sore, 3 weeks-ish. Which tells me, Martin's like, what are you stressing about? I'm like, it's not stress. Trust me, I'm not stressed about anything. It's my immune system. When my immune system gets really low, it just seems to trigger cold sores. And I always got cold sores through my IVF cycles. I had one cold sore at Mila Rose's pregnancy, and I think I had like 1 or 2 cold sores in Roman's pregnancy. So this pregnancy, I think I'm just really run down, and B, not eating well or enough. So dinner's probably the only real meal I get of the day. Sometimes I'll have Weet-Bix for breakfast, but other than that, throughout the day, sometimes I'll just not eat altogether. And other times it'll just be like whatever I can grab quickly from the cupboard. So it is my own fault. I'm not blaming anyone. It is completely my own fault. Yeah, I just need better management, I guess, of my time. So talking about food and that, I will give you my update on my weight. So I started out this pregnancy at 70 kilos exactly, which for me is rather heavy. The heaviest I've ever been in my life, not pregnant, is 80 kilos, and that's like around the time of my wedding, 2008. That was big. I was really big. and I went on Weight Watchers and I lost heaps of weight. And I think when I got pregnant with Roman I was 66 kilos, which is a good weight for me. Around 66 is a great weight for me. 3 months, when Roman was 3 months old, I dropped down to 59 kilos. That is the lowest I've ever been, and I don't think I'll ever get there again, but yeah, that was crazy. I don't know how I got down to 59 kilos. I think it was just the breastfeeding and probably not eating much. Mila Rose's pregnancy, I started out my pregnancy at 70 kilos, just like I am now. And I think the heaviest I got in her pregnancy was 80 kilos. So this pregnancy, I started out 70 kilos, and 23 weeks in, I am 76 kilos, I think. Or is it 74? I think I've put on 6 kilos. That's a lot. I feel like that's a lot. Considering in Mila Rose's whole pregnancy, I only got up to 80. Yeah, so I'm 76 now, I think, which makes me go, ugh, jeepers. Which is crazy because, you know, when I don't eat a lot, it's like, well, you're putting on weight. But they say that your body, like, when you go into starvation mode, that, you know, your body holds on to fat and stuff. And, you know, and I'm pregnant as well, so I just have to not look at the numbers. But for me, getting to 76 kilos right now is like kind of gut-wrenching for me, because I know that when I hit that kind of weight, it reminds me of when I was a bigger girl back in 2008. You even go back and look at our very first videos on YouTube, our introduction video, the one called TTC History, I think. Even then you will see I am massive. I am so fat. I'm short and dumpy and fat. And that was definitely the lowest point of my weight, like as in I weighed the most. Yeah, I don't ever want to get back there again. So I have my gestational diabetes test coming up in a couple of weeks. I'll probably have a growth scan in a couple of weeks. My blood is I'm getting tested for iron at that same blood test. So yeah, just a few normal tests coming up. I have an appointment with an obstetrician next Monday, which I'll talk to you guys about, and that is about my history of tearing. Roman, I got a 3rd degree tear. Oh man, that Roman's, looking back, I'm like, how did I ever have more children after him? Because his like birth and pregnancy was all horrific. It was terrible. Roman's birth, I got a 3rd degree tear. Like, I tore from hole to hole, pretty much, if you want it graphic. And he grazed me from the inside out because he came out crooked. So they basically had to pack me. If you don't know what packing is, this is my vagina. This is a whole bunch of gauze or whatever it is, and they pack. And they stuff, and they stuff, and they stuff, and they stuff until it's so tight that no blood can get out. Because with a graze, like say you fall over and graze your elbow or your knee and it bleeds, you can't stitch it because it's just like a layer of skin's been taken off and it bleeds. So, you know, you've got to put pressure on it to stop the bleeding. So that's what packing is. You pack something so tightly that the blood doesn't have, you know, it kind of clots itself and fixes itself up. So they had to pack me and then fix me. I was in theatre for 2 hours with Roman, getting stitched up again, and I lost a lot of blood. And it was just really awful. Mila Rose, apparently I got a 2nd degree tear, which I felt like was nothing because my midwife stitched me up, took her like 10 minutes, and I don't recall having any issues. Like, the stitches dissolved, and I've never had a problem with my sex life. I've never had a problem with pooping, weeing, anything down there. Like, nothing, like there's no problems down there. So at my appointment I'm gonna be like, I'm fine. But, you know, maybe they're worried about the fact that I've had a scar down there stitched up twice, that, you know, maybe I've got a risk of having a very severe tear again. I don't know. So that's what my appointment on Monday is about. It's about that, and it's also about my blood pressure and just getting that checked out and checking that I'm on the right dose of Libido, etc, etc. Alright, before I get on to the belly shot, I'll quickly show you some of the buys I've got. So we don't have extreme couponing in New Zealand. It just doesn't really exist. So when you get a good coupon, it's actually really exciting. So I got this Huggies box of wipes. This is the 2nd one I've got now, and with my coupon I think it cost me like $3, which is awesome. This one here, however, I got 2 packs of these because with my coupons it brought them down to 19 cents, which is almost unheard of in New Zealand. Like, these wipes are about $4 or $5. Then I saw that they were on special for $3.19, and then I had a $3 off coupon, so I got them for 19 cents, which is crazy. And lastly, because we all know we need these when we're, you know, after we've given birth, I used a coupon and I got these for like $2 or $3 or something. It's my first pack of Libra Maternity Hats because, you know, it's just, that's what happens when you have a baby. You need to, you know, protect your underwear from you bleeding everywhere. So yeah, so I got those with a coupon as well. And I got all these coupons at the baby show that we went to earlier in the year. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next vlog, but let's do the belly shot. I feel like I'm really small this pregnancy compared to my other pregnancies. So this is nearly 24 weeks. And I feel, yeah, like there's not much of a bump going on. Oh, and I've got some really nice stretch marks going on too. Look at these bad boys. They were there with Mila Rose, but now they're just getting stretched there. Full capacity.